Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be improving my poster design skills by making a poster for every single one of Joshua Bassett's music videos. In today's video, we are going to do Lie Lie Lie. So I actually tried a ton of variations of this poster, and this was the first one that I was super happy with. Since this is an exercise in learning poster design, I thought the best way to go about doing some of these was not only taking that cinematic element that I did for the first two posters, but also some kind of fun and cheeky designs or some less 3D designs. Just kind of mixing up that composition a little bit. And that's what I decided to do here. This poster was also the poster that took the least amount of time, even though I really had no game plan coming into it. First things first was the typography. The typography that I used for this poster was that of a very basic sans serif font. I thought it'd be really cool to do a poster when the photo was over the typography. I thought it'd be really fun to do a poster where the text was over the photo, but whenever the photo was underneath the text would be varied. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but you'll see it in the picture and be like, oh, okay. I was really inspired by some poster designs I found on Pinterest. Yes, I know that's not very professional, but honestly, it's kind of what happens. So what I decided to do for this poster was that variation that I discussed before was to be the fill opacity. So basically what I needed was the text to be outlined over the photos, but not over the solid background color. And I wanted the fill to be at 100% opacity for the text that was over the solid color, which turned out pretty cool, even though it kind of took forever to do, which I'll discuss in a minute. Well, like I said before, it took forever for the outline text going over the photo because I wasn't previously aware how Photoshop's fill opacity worked, as well as how the outline mechanism was worked. So it did take a hefty amount of time and effort to figure that out. To be honest, I was kind of an idiot on the way that I did it. Then I added the photos. The photos looked really awesome with the gradient overlay that I had added earlier, and I think I'm really getting a hang of that gradient overlay situation, and they totally flowed. The 3 different photos I used, I wanted to all be different looks from the music video itself, which I feel as though I accomplished. Additionally, trying to line up that photo to the E line on the left side was absolutely atrocious. I do not recommend that. Then I added the other 2 photos to the bottom of the piece. Finally, I added his name, Joshua Bassett, underneath the top lie, because in each of these posters I've had the name of the music video as well as his name. So that is kind of a new situation that I am going to make sure that I do put into all the future posters, that the title of the track as well as the artist name is going to be in it. Then I added a 12% gradient with the overlay blend, and I was done. I really enjoyed this one, and I think it might be the best one so far. This is the final piece. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stick around for the next part of this series. Bye!